Hey guys, and welcome to my car, number one, and a little lesson on macro tracking for beginners. So basically, a lot of you have probably started training, but you haven't started paying attention to your nutrition. And you're finding that you are reaching plateaus and stalling points that are kind of frustrating, and it's allowing you an opportunity to get active, but it's not allowing you an opportunity to really see a lot of success when it comes to body fat loss. Because again, what you'll find is that nutrition plays a huge part in that success, right? So where do you start? So people ask me this all the time. Where do I start? Do I have to eat clean? Do I have to, not drink alcohol? Those are actually two of the largest misconceptions that people have with starting a nutrition plan. And again, you have to look at this plan as a sustainable lifestyle or behaviors that you are going to implement that will allow you to sustain this type of eating for a longer period of time than 3 to 6 months. I know a lot of people talk to me about ketogenic dieting, and although I don't have any problems with ketogenic dieting, I would say that it isn't the easiest or most sustainable method of nutrition. That would go alongside anything else where you restrict certain food groups or certain macronutrient categories. So say for instance carbs, or you're going low protein, you're going low carbohydrate, really high fat, or maybe moderate carbs, moderate protein, low fat. Again, it really has some places limitations on the things that you can and cannot do with your nutrition. So here are my parameters for starting. 1, you will not be able to know what you do unless you track your food. MyFitnessPal has made it pretty easy for you to use estimates, and you can use their barcode scanning method too for packaged food to get yourself into a place where you know what you're doing on a daily basis. You know what you're consuming. You know your average caloric intake, and you can say, that if you track for 7 days that your averages are this. That your average fat intake is this, your average carbohydrate intake is this, and then your average protein intake is this. So that's a really great place to start, is with MyFitnessPal or a calorie counting device that has a macro calculator as well. So I would start there, and then once you get your averages for the week, you can start to move toward looking at your lifestyle. If you like to go out to eat, but your averages for fat intake are anywhere between, 35 to 45 grams, that doesn't leave you a lot of room to eat out, because when you eat out, let's face it, you're going to be tempted to have things that are a lot higher fat, and the food at restaurants is usually higher fat, higher carbohydrate, lower protein, and the online data is such that you are going to be mind-boggled. Oh my gosh, I can't plan to hit my macros because I don't have enough macros. And if I want to go out to dinner now, I can't eat anything with fat for the rest of the day. So you want to look at your averages and say, where are my percentages at? Are my fats too low? Are my carbs too low? Are my proteins too low? So if you set yourself up with, say, a 30 to 35% ratio on all 3 macros, that would be my best advice for starters. To get it even more fine-tuned, you can tune in next week and I'll give you a little bit more information on athletic performance, fat loss, and being in a muscle building phase, and where those macro ratios might want to be according to your calorie intake. Have a great day.